Hello twin flames and welcome to your daily check-in for Friday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels, and I've got such a powerful message to share with you today. Such a powerful message came through in today's daily angel reading, and I want to expand on that with the power of heaven for you. Before I do, I just want to remind you, I am available for personal readings right now. You can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com, and also to remind you that tickets are on sale for my live event in London next year. This is a face-to-face event. We're going to be together in person in London in May. So if you're interested in getting involved in that, no matter where you are in the world, if you want to come to London, check out all the details in the tickets below. Okay, so the message that came through today in the daily angel reading is for twin flames. Really powerful. The message is you are going to achieve union in this lifetime. This is about trusting that your union is coming. So many of you are going to come into union within the next 6 months. I can feel it within. And you'll feel it within you. So many of you are going to find that during 2024, all of your dreams start manifesting and coming true. This is about trusting that your love is real and you do belong together, and you are going to reconcile no matter what's in the way, no matter what the circumstances or the situation, because love is power and love has power, and this love has the power to open doors and conquer worlds. The universe will and always will create the way. So let go of any fear around how it's going to happen, especially if you're thinking, we can't communicate because we haven't got each other's numbers anymore, or we've moved, or because the universe will create the way. The universe brought you together before, the universe will bring you together again. It's about trusting. And it's also about letting go of labels. In this card, it says soulmate love. But we also know that the masculines sometimes don't understand the word twin flame. They don't recognize that label. What they do feel is the power of the love and the bond that you share and the way you are connected through the soul. And they connect with that as a mate. In other words, they see you as someone they want to be with, someone they can visualize their life with, someone they want to spend their life and their soul loving. Soulmate love. So take the labels away. If the labels are getting to you or stressing you out, if you're not sure what's going on with karmic catalysts, all these labels, let them go and focus on the message, the love, the feeling, the power of it, you and them together. And the message is there's a storm warning here. Now, I think this is such a potent, powerful message as we've entered September. And you may want to pause this and go and watch the daily angel reading before you continue. Because these two cards, the reason I'm using these two cards is because these two cards came into the daily angel reading today. A storm warning. So there could be a storm around today, which means there could be some thunder, some lightning, there could be some craziness, there could be, they're giving me like a hurricane energy somewhere. But it's because things are moving around, things are shifting around. So whenever we go through a storm, there can be some chaos. Storms can cause damage. Storms can pick things up and throw them around. Think about tornadoes, hurricanes. Think about what happened with Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. They picked her house up and took her to Oz. But in Oz, she found herself. She went on a journey down that yellow brick road and eventually found her way home. And that's what we do on this journey. We go down a rabbit hole like Alice. We fall down the rabbit hole, but we find our way home. So the storm warning is about how we can react to things in our lives because, our mind, our thoughts, our tongue has power. The things we say, the things we think have power. And when our ego gets involved, we can react instead of responding. So response is when we pause and observe what's going on and we think and process before we reply or before we act. So we're then responding from a place of love and strength and calm energy instead of when we react, which means we don't think, we rush in, we may get triggered, so we want to respond because we're defensive. So we react because of that. So we may feel we're responding when we are reacting, but we're not at all. We're not thinking about it. We're not taking a moment to breathe. We're panicking. We're operating in fear-based energies. So when we react, we can cause trouble and problems that don't need to be there. Now, obviously, the masculines do that because they react to what they are feeling and experiencing. And they can block you, ghost you, and ignore you. And that can cause problems later down the line for them, because they then regret that and they have to make up for that. They have to, clear the air with you and apologise and come forward. And obviously it creates a reaction in you because you panic and go into fear. But it also brings in growth. So everything happens for growth. Storm warnings can also be connected with karmic situations. This is a big sign about karmic endings. And the masculines needing to do that in their own time. So instead of reacting to what's going on and thinking there's something wrong with you and them, or visualizing something is better between them and their karmic partner than it actually is, observe it in a higher way. Realize the karmic situation is a catalyst for growth. It helps the masculines to realize what they do not want and what they do want, which is you and a life with you. So the lightning has power. The storms have power. The silence has power too. So the message is, if you want union in this lifetime, which I know so many of you do, and obviously you are, being shown that this is for you, but you also have to do the work to get there, which means surrender it. And we had the message not long ago about surrender. I did a members reading not long ago, and the message was, between now and February, surrender. Give it to God. Don't stress out. Don't take anything personally. Rise up and remember the warrior that you are. That Archangel Michael is with you through the storms of your life, keeping you strong. You have support from heaven. You are not alone. Forgive me, fear. You can face your fears head on. And I'm seeing this as the strength of the divine feminine, the power and the light and the beauty and the action, the vibrance, the passion of the divine feminine. So remember who you are, divine feminine. That's your message today. When something is triggering you, instead of reacting to it, respond with love. And remember, it's also how we speak about our journey. If you were speaking about your journey in a negative way, blaming them, blaming the karmic partner, going on about how bad everything is, remember you are a creator because God made you in his image. So if you're saying those things, you're affirming them and you are creating them. So you're just going to bring more in of what you do not want. So instead, start talking about what you do want. And if you're thinking, well, it's hard for me to talk about how good the relationship is when it isn't, start looking for the good qualities in your twin. Start looking for the blessings that they've brought into your life through the growth you've gone through. Write a letter and put down all the bad things and then turn them into good things. Look for the lessons, the gratitude, the blessings, because it's always there. So you learn your own way how to respond. You realise you catch your thoughts, you catch your words as they're coming out of your mouth, and you think, I don't want to say that. And that's because your gut instinct, your solar plexus, is reacting to what you're doing. Because the solar plexus reacts to make you aware of what's going on. We all have access to that even before we are awake. Even when we're in the matrix, even when, we are not awake on our journey at all. We're aware when something doesn't feel good to us because our gut tells us that. That's why people say trust your gut, because your solar plexus speaks to you. If you're kind of having an argument with someone, you don't feel good. You may have tingling sensations on your body like a cat when their fur stands on end. You may just feel a sense of dread because you feel something is going wrong, or you feel it in your gut. So your gut is reacting to what's going on. That's why you may post a rant on social media. I used to do this. I used to rant on social media when I was on it. And then I'd take the post down 5 minutes later because I'd have such a strong gut reaction to it. I'd know it wasn't the right thing to do. I don't want to focus on that kind of energy and then bring more energy in by other people focusing on that energy. So pay attention to where your energy is. And they also give me the word pee because, when we pee sometimes, our urine can burn like cystitis when we are feeling peeved off. And the masculines go through that too. So remember, when we are reacting to things, we go through body sensations. It's a form of ascension. It's the way we get drawn into the awareness of what's going on. So you may find you have burning skin, or your heart is beating faster, or, you're having this burning pain when you go in the loo. Or you may be having cold sores because you've got bitter thoughts, or, there's all these things happening. When you decide to respond with love instead, by being the observer and rising up and feeling good about things instead of feeling bad about things, Your whole vibration will shift, and all the things you were currently holding on to will be, given to heaven for transmutation, but you'll feel lighter. So they show me as well, if you're constipated, if you're holding on to things, you're going to release that. You're going to have a better flow. Your body's going to be better. Your digestion's going to be better. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to be able to sleep better at night. You're going to feel calmer. Your mind's going to feel freer. So when we respond with love, it is so beneficial to every aspect of this journey and to the self, because we feel at peace. And the way we find that is by having faith in God, by trusting the journey, by knowing who we are. So when we respond, we understand that yes, union is happening and it's worth waiting for. It doesn't matter how long or short you've been on this journey, it's worth waiting for. I would go through everything again 100 times to be in the situation I'm in right now, to be in union with my George. So trust that everything that happens before is a dress rehearsal. It's preparing you for something good. You're being saved for something magical. If you're thinking, why isn't it my time? It's because God knows when it is your time. And it's about trusting in that. So the storm warning is, yes, there's going to be chaos and upheaval and things going on, but you have the power to handle it. Now, what I'm going to do today, a bit different, I'm going to bring in, I've got all these cards here, and I use these on the Ascension Angels. If you are an Ascension Angel, a member of the channel, you'll know that I've used these cards before for you guys. But these cards, I got these from a shop when I was buying an online order of crystals, and they all came in and they're all different. So I want to shuffle these today to get some guidance about union. Here we go. We've got 2 cards coming through. Look at this. The first card is the Hearth. I am the force of community. Now this means you have help here. You have help in the form of community, which is a driving force. It gives you power. The reason why Guided by Angels, me here on Guided by Angels, is a daily channel is because the journey does not stop. Some days you're going to feel really good and you're going to feel you can do anything. You're going to not want a reading maybe. Maybe you're going to go a whole week without connecting with the channel. But if you have a moment where things feel a bit shaky to you, or you go through a moment of doubt or hesitation, or something triggers you, you've got your community here. You can always come back. You are the force of community. So, some days you're going to have good days, some days you're going to have bad days. Maybe on your good days, you want to be the force of community. You want to help other people who you see struggling in the comment section because you are a beacon of light. So the point I'm making here is you have community around you, not only for help and support and sisterhood and brotherhood, but to go deeper, to understand things on a deeper level, to understand what this journey is, to understand that twin flame love is about growth as much as it is about being in a relationship. It's about the spiritual aspect of it as well as the physical aspect of it. It's about realizing everything you go through on your journey as a twin flame prepares you for your future, helps you to be stronger, to overcome any obstacle or challenge in your life, not just connected with your twin, but things you go through as a light worker, things you go through as a spiritual being, having a human experience. It makes you stronger, so you're able to go deeper. That's why there's playlists, so you can go and understand the masculine's behaviour. You can understand separation and union from their point of view. So you are the force of community, and you are the hearth, and that means you are the warmth, you are the light, you're what they crave. We think of hearth, we think of home. Coming home where they belong, guided by the warmth. So the hearth or the fire was the very first image humans had of home, and since ancient times it's acted as a centre of community. And that's about light. Light, when it shines out of you, is warmth and power. That's why when you're vibing high and shining your light bright, you attract things in like a moth to a flame. And also the fire is about the flames of the love, the power of it, the way you burn together, the way the passion is so intense and powerful, it's burning. It's where people gathered and meant both a place of safety and a place where you belonged. So you belong with each other. And it's that safety, that feeling of coming home. But also you found your space here to find your own place, your centre, your focus, your calm energy. The hearth not only represents protection and nourishment, but a place to feed the soul, where humans tell stories and spend time together. And that's here on the channel. That's where we connect. We talk about the journey. We do readings to understand what's happening, where we can tell each other our stories and feed the soul. It's where we connect with heaven and we find that nourishment from heaven. It feeds our soul because our true bread comes from heaven. The masculines feel protected and nourished with you because you are the divine feminine, the ultimate empress, the ultimate one. Ancient Greeks kept an altar of Hestia, goddess of the hearth, in every house that was well tended to, an essential part of daily life. That's why there's fireplaces. I'm also seeing this as a sacred temple or a place you go to meditate, to pray, to connect with the self. You know, for example, I've got like a chest. I call it my magical chest, but really it's like my altar. I've got angels on there. I've got Jesus on there. I've got cards on there, things that make me feel good. It's a bit like my vision board as well. We can go to our vision board and connect. So the hearth also asks how well you tend the fire within you, and if you share that warmth with others. So this is really about understanding that a fire symbolizes the comfort of the heart, the power of the heart. So the message is the warmth and support of a well-tended soul is sure to be felt throughout a community. So in other words, when you're operating in your higher self, it's felt everywhere. You know, that's why people will look at you when you're operating in your power as a divine feminine and say, wow, what's different about you? I want some of what you're drinking, or I want some of what you're having. I want to be more like you. So remember, you really are the heart of your community, and you have your community to go through or go to when you need to go deeper. So go deeper today. And the masculines are going deeper. So the journey may not always make sense to you. Avoid judgment as you reach new levels and give yourself the gift of an open mind. So this journey isn't always going to make sense to you. That's why we find channels like this one. That's why we connect with community. Like-minded beings who are going through the same thing and who may have overcome what you're going through now. That may be why you're guided to me, because you want union, and I am a twin in union. And I made sure I responded instead of reacted to get to my union. So you might think, oh, it's all, you know, unicorns and lollipops, and people have said that to me before. No, I've just learned how to navigate around the journey as you are now. You're learning how to look for the blessings in things and observe with love and realize everything is about what's going on within you. It's about realizing it's not your job to make anyone else happy. Just like it's not your twin's job to make you happy, because happiness is an inside job. And anything we feel around our twin when we feel happy or excited is an extension of what we're going through inside. Inner union is power, because outer union is an extension of inner union. So when you go deep within, you know that. So this is the energy of Datura, okay? And this is a flower. So it says Datura, known as the devil's claw, devil's weed and moonflower. And that's powerful, you know, with the full moon and everything we're going through, is a lusciously scented white flower that can be hallucinogenic or deadly. As the legend goes, if you sleep with a Datura flower under your pillow, all secrets of the universe will be revealed to you. So what I'm feeling is this journey may feel deadly to you, but it's also euphoric and amazing. Datura is a shapeshifter, literally. It develops differently depending on the environment, including all levels or any levels of toxicity. So again, what I'm really connecting with this is, you know, you change to your environment. You are, you know, we say we are a victim of our environment sometimes, because the people we are around can influence us in so many ways. But when we learn to influence ourselves, we don't take things personally. So when we understand, and when we rise up, and when we desire things, and when we see things in a higher way, we're able to go deeper into our spiritual journey. So we focus on love instead of logic. Things make more sense. So work with the energies of the power of love and the universe to allow things to make sense when they don't. And remember, your masculine's journey to union may not make sense to you, but it's their journey to union. So have an open mind and focus on peace. So I'm definitely feeling this energy of the heart today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the Tall Tales Cap Crew Oracle. So let's get an energy around the feminine today. An energy around the feminine. But the message coming through today is, especially as we move forward towards September, October. We're in September now, but towards October and between now and February, surrender, trust the love, and make sure you're responding with love. We've got open your heart. So feminines, open your heart today, and know your worth. Wow, we got this coming out yesterday. Know your worth. Open your heart and know your worth. And when you know your worth, you're able to open your heart wider because you recognize your own value. The energy of the masculines today, we've got find a solution. Well, that's what they need to do. They need to find a solution to move away from their fears, from their karmic toxic things, to find a solution to be with you. So the energy around the journey, what's helping the connection today, we've got remain cautious. And what this means is pay attention to what you're going through inside. Make sure when the storms come up, the triggers, the things that cause chaos, you are responding instead of reacting, because that's going to lead to your union. And this is about focusing on the love. Feeling this way, how does it feel when you and your twin hug each other, hold each other, love each other? Focus on that instead of focusing on separation or the negatives, because everything is happening for you to grow you. So a definite storm warning coming in today to help you to respond instead of react. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.